Bob Kallus, I want to thank you for taking the time to kind of answer a few of my questions and tell me a little bit about this new program that you're working on. I know that you have a private therapy practice, but this new program that you're offering, A Voice That Cares, I know that you said it helps people with their personal problems. So my question is, how is this different from your private practice?
It's different from my private practice in that it's an online program. It's an online subscription program, and the great benefit to people clear across the country is that it can provide help to people who cannot afford traditional therapy, who might not feel comfortable seeing a therapist in person, or who are not living close enough to providers of professional quality help.
So it's different from actual therapy.
The purpose is the same. Even while the purpose is the same, the focus is just a little bit different, but it's a big difference. A little difference with a big difference. Not only am I encouraging people to make changes that they say they want to make, but over and above that, A Voice That Cares focuses on a larger problem, and that is the problem of staying on track after you've made the change. And the way this is accomplished is through the power of suggestion and the power of auto-suggestion.
Okay, suggestion, auto-suggestion. For people who may not know, what is that exactly?
Well, that's a good question. Now, everyone knows what the power of suggestion feels like. Whether they actually have used that phrase to describe it. We watch TV, listen to the radio, we hear suggestions all the time from people in authority, bosses, doctors, teachers, coaches, etc., parents. So we all know what it feels like to receive suggestions from outside, but the power of auto-suggestion is not something that everyone knows about, and that involves giving yourself messages, affirming suggestions that help you not only to change unwanted behaviors and attitudes, but to stay on track.
So why would people need this exactly? To be honest, what would keep people from solving on their problems on their own? What would keep people from solving their own problems?
That's fair. It's fair, honest question. I would venture to say that nearly everyone knows someone or has themselves had the experience of trying to make a change, losing weight, quitting smoking, something along those lines. They lose weight, they gain it back. They quit smoking, they start again when the stress piles up. It's very common, and not only in those two areas, but in many areas of life. And getting help, like the help that's provided by A Voice That Cares, reinforces the changes that you've made, and it gives you a 24/7 resource to help you keep those changes going, to help you feel encouraged and persistent and bold going forward in your life.
It sounds great, but how do we know that it works?
Well, we don't know that it works. Not to be smart-alecky about it. It's another good question. There's all sorts of evidence, pro and con. You can look on the internet, Google, suggestion, power of suggestion, auto-suggestion. That's not the point. You're going to see pros and cons, you're going to see plus and minus. People argue about it. That is absolutely irrelevant. What's relevant is this going to work for you? And the simple way to find out is to go to the website, www.robertkallusTherapy.com, click on A Voice That Cares, and you'll see that you can sign up for $1 for a 24/7 support, 7 days, 1 full week for $1, listening to a recording that's about 6 minutes long on stress relief, and that will tell you whether or not the power of suggestion and auto-suggestion will work for you. It's that simple.
Sounds simple, sounds fair, but I can't help but notice that it sounds a little bit like meditation. Is this anything like meditation?
It's a little bit like meditation, but there's a big difference. Meditation is terrific. I learned to meditate in 1971. Meditation is proven effective in all sorts of areas. Stress management, it's a health-giving practice, and the power of suggestion and autosuggestion are equally. Now, they work differently, though. In meditation, like in using the power of suggestion and autosuggestion, you experience deep relaxation, but in meditation we feel a kind of mind expansion. One client tells me it's like my mind is all over the place, but my body's really relaxed. It's just I was all over the place mentally. And that's all right. In the power of suggestion and autosuggestion, the action is different. Your mind is not all over the place. You're narrowly focusing, laser-like, on a particular problem that you're having and the intention to find a solution to that problem. And when you do that, other things happen. And solutions tend to pop up in surprising and delightful ways.
So it really does sound different from meditation.
It is. And people can find out for themselves easily enough. It's very inexpensive, and it's easy. It's easy to sign up. It's easy to cancel. I would hope that people will take advantage of it, and that this could be the start of something lovely for an awful lot of people who need help.
I see. Bob, that sounds fantastic. I want to thank you so much for just kind of taking your time to tell me a little bit more about this program.
You're welcome.
I really do feel that it sounds like it could be a benefit. I really wish you great success with this program, and I hope other people see and use a voice that cares as well.
Well, I thank you so much. Thanks a million.